The contents of this show are for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. Any information on the show does not create a client-therapist relationship and should not be taken as professional advice. Before making any decisions regarding your healthcare, ask your personal physician or mental health care professional, or call 911 for any emergencies.
We are three friends exploring connection, from the coffee shop to the podcast studio. I'm Amy.
I'm Anna.
I'm Erin.
And I know we're waiting for Amy. Okay, I see her hopping on. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, great. Awesome. Oh, I see my sister Christine. I talk about her a lot on the podcast. You all can unmute yourself too. This is going to be very casual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never used
Hey
it
guys,
before.
hi Erin.
Hi. Yeah. So fun to see all your faces. Kelsey, those bangs are looking good.
I had to take cutting them all by myself.
Well, they're looking good.
There's
Hey,
Amy.
everybody.
Holy cow.
I know, Anna. I thought we were doing our mic.
setup. Yeah.
Erin, we tested the mics out with, can you hear me okay?
That's you
Yeah.
sound like a real radio person.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds really
Totally.
good, Amy.
oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Wow, this is awesome.
It's so awesome. You're a
So
real
fun.
radio person. Look at you, Amy. Yeah, you
I
look
know.
like you're like in a real life studio.
I'm trying. I even moved my plant over here to give me some positive, I don't know.
See
See
good
it?
background.
See it? See it?
Looking good.
Oh,
see it.
there it is.
There it is.
Plant.
Plant. Oh my gosh, you got your studio down.
Mhm.
So while we wait for people to hop on, where's everybody tuning in from? Just unmute yourself. This is totally casual.
Super casual.
Oh my goodness. I'm
Call her
joining,
out.
oh my gosh, I'm joining you from Portland, Oregon. I am Erin's sister-in-law.
Yes.
Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Hey,
High
Anna.
fives.
High fives. Anna, why don't you call on people and then we don't have that like awkward
Oh, okay.
Yes.
everybody talking
There
on each
she
other?
is.
You know what you're doing.
Organizer.
Trying.
She is in the studio, so she knows. Okay, hey Nancy. Nancy, where are you from?
I'm calling from Denver, but I can change my virtual background and be from any place you want.
It's awesome.
Good to see you, Nancy. What about you,
You
Kelsey?
too.
I'm in Salida, Colorado.
Whoop, whoop. And
Whoop,
Kelsey
whoop.
was a guest on our show. We interviewed you. It was the first episode of season 2. Is that right?
I think so.
Episode
right.
11. Yeah.
Episode 11.
Or
And
episode-
Tessa.
Yeah.
Tessa, where are you from?
I am from Denver, pretending I'm in the forest with the little tree wall hanging.
That's great.
Looking good. And then S. Woods, Stephanie from Portland. Is that right?
Yep.
Awesome. And then Shelly.
Yeah, Shelly.
I'm in. Hey, Erin. I'm from camp with Erin. Yay,
Oh,
That's
camp.
Camp. Yep.
We love
Famous.
camp.
So camp
We love
folks out
camp.
here today.
Julie, you're up.
Hi. I'm from South Australia.
Oh,
Yeah, Julie.
that's so awesome.
That's exciting.
That is super exciting.
So wait,
Erin,
what
where are
time
you
is it?
from?
Wait,
Just kidding.
we got to go back to Julie for a second.
Julie,
what
yeah.
time is it, Julie?
It's
What
half-
day is it?
It's 1:30 on Friday in the morning.
Holy.
Oh my gosh.
That's dedication, Julie. Feeling good about
Yeah.
ourselves.
Whoa, we are very impressed.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Erin, you are up.
For real.
For
Move
real.
on. I'm in
real.
Denver. Yeah, I'm in
Denver, what's up? Christine. This is my sister, Christine. I talk
Yes,
about her all the
sister.
time.
All the time.
Hi.
She's
Oh,
my
I'm-
younger sister.
Yep, and I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska, and my mom is just coming over.
Oh, hi, Mom.
This is for
Mom.
some quarantine respite.
That's awesome.
Got the whole family.
Christine
Yeah.
has 2 very young children, and yes, I feel for her. Her kids are even younger than mine. Than my son. Lindsay, you are up.
Bardo.
I think you're on mute.
Yeah, I got it now. I'm Lindsay. I'm one of Aaron's friends. I'm a field hockey. We played field hockey together in college. So
Yeah, Bardo, you gotta turn that up.
what?
You gotta turn it up.
Okay.
Where are you from? Where are you at?
I'm in St. Louis, Missouri.
Awesome.
And can I just say one thing that I've been listening to you guys? And I had Anna and Amy's like your voices belong to the other person. This is
Oh,
really weird.
oh,
'Cause
interesting.
I've never watched you guys. I've only listened, and I totally thought that Amy was Anna's voice.
Oh, that's so
Whoa.
funny.
Amy,
Mine is
I get
like-
credit for your great voice. Thanks.
Anytime, Anna.
Whoa, dude, you sound great in that mic.
Yeah,
Thank
wow.
Thank you.
You're
Wow.
looking majorly pro,
I
dude.
don't know.
Gosh, I need to up my
I
game
thought
over
This is what
here.
we were all doing. I thought this is what I mean, Aaron and Anna. I thought this is what we were doing.
Yeah.
I have
no.
my mic, so
Oh, you do?
Um,
There you go.
yeah. I don't think it sounds as good as yours, so. But
No.
okay, we got Cheryl next.
Yeah, Cheryl.
I'm in San Francisco.
Awesome.
Woo!
Wow,
Wow, we got
Cheryl.
we've got like
Yeah.
all the time zones. This is so exciting. Let's see. Amy McIntyre.
I live in Ohio, in Junction City, Ohio, which is about an hour southeast of Columbus.
Yeah, Amy.
Awesome. Welcome.
Awesome.
Hey, cool. And then we got Courtney B.
Yeah, Court.
Hey, snowy Denver. I'm a friend of Aaron's from camp, but I also have crossed paths with Anna somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
Yay, welcome.
It's good to see you. And we got Tara K.
Hi.
Hey,
I'm calling
Tara.
from Jersey City.
What's up? Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
And we got Susan. You are next.
Just unmuting. I'm in Fort Collins,
Oh,
Susan.
sweet.
where it's also
Awesome. We got Trinity next.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're on mute, Trinity.
Oh. Let me see if I can unmute you. Oop.
Hold
Unmute.
up. Unmute.
Okay, there. Try it now, Trinity.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm up in Nederland, Colorado, and I'm just like an hour and a half away from the camp.
Yeah.
Where I know Eric.
Camper. There's a camper too. Oh,
Camp.
Yep. Yep.
This game changer.
It's a
It
game
really
changer.
is.
Mhm.
Wow. And then we got Shelly.
Yeah, Shelly.
Shelly, you want to say hi? Okay, we'll go on to Shelly. If you want to say hi, just holler out. We got Ginger.
Hello, I'm in Reno, Nevada.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, Reno.
What's up, Reno? That's so awesome. We got. Does anyone else feel like this is like Soul Train? It's like everybody's coming out and dancing. Just me.
Yes, you am. good.
Just you.
Okay. We
I
got
was
Stephanie.
Right.
We got Stephanie Sanchez. Do you want to say hi? Okay. Jenny Gann? No? Okay. 303 phone number
Stars. 303 stars.
ends in 119. No. That's okay.
Oh,
We got Nancy hopped
that's
on.
me.
We've
No,
got
that's
somebody.
that's me. No,
Hi.
that's my phone number because I connected via phone. It's Nancy Jepson. I connected
Oh.
via phone with so that's why.
Oh,
Got
okay.
it.
Cool. We'll get it figured out. Nancy, do you want to say hi? We saw you hopped on.
Oh, there's my sister and my mom.
Hi, guys.
Hey, hi, Nancy.
And you're in like a tropical paradise today.
This is so
Yeah,
great.
84 degrees.
What?
So
Looks
It's
amazing.
really nice here.
So we're just saying hi and doing introduction. So, Nancy, did you want to say hi and say where you're tuning in from?
Oh, here comes Brother Al. Mom, can you unmute yourself?
sure. Good morning.
Hi, Nancy. Where are you tuning in from?
Oh,
Okay, I am from
Arizona.
Stillwater, Minnesota. I'm looking online also at the same time trying to order groceries online, which is always a challenge.
Yeah.
Glad you're here.
But nice to see you all. Yeah.
Nice to see you. And Nancy, we want to hear from you too.
Nancy Hayes.
Nancy Hayes.
I'm back. Good morning. Greetings from central Arizona where it'll be 84 degrees today.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
Here, people. Let's together here.
We got snow up in here.
Yeah, I heard we could use the snow. We have no moisture.
Oh, yeah. And then we got Anne. Do you want to say hi? And where you're calling in from?
Tropical place.
Yes, I'm Anne. I'm Amy's sister. I'm in Minnesota where there is snow on the ground, but I choose to have a tropical background right now to focus on a different time. So great to be here.
Awesome. Did we get everybody? I don't know if my mom got to say hi. Christine, do you want to unmute yourself so mom can say hi?
There you go.
Hello.
Hi,
From
Mom.
Lincoln, Nebraska. Hi. We're getting a little bit of snow here. So they predict really winter weather today. So, yeah. Right. How's
Good to see
everybody
ya.
doing? Yeah, same here. Here's Lauren. Do you want to say hi? No, he doesn't.
All right. Awesome. Well, it's so good to see you all. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this is already so fun. And so we made up an outline just to try to have a little bit of order to this, but it's really going to be super, super casual. And we just want to talk with you and connect with you and just literally connect with other real live humans. So, Amy, do you want to read what we figured out?
Yeah. I'm going to do my best. I have to admit, this is my first pass. I have not read this already.
Amy, just kidding.
No, you're not.
I know. So first, I just want to, like Anna said, we're super happy to see all of you and welcome to our coffee. Last week we were invited by the DU, so the University of Denver's, a couple of their alumni directors were having a coffee for their alum, and they invited us to come on and just talk about the podcast. And we thought that is such a good idea. And let's do one.
We will steal that idea.
We're going to steal it. Yeah. So that's what we did. So here we are a week later. And okay, so just some housekeeping a little bit here. You can wait, Anna, are we really talking about where we can be found? Yes. You can find us Less Alone podcast.
Just in case people don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how they ended up here. Yeah.
In case you found yourself in this Zoom meeting and you're like, who are these people? What are we doing here?
Yeah, you can find us wherever you get your podcasts.
Wherever you found this link, that's where you can find us.
Yeah. And what we're going to do, sorry, hold on 1 second here. Yep. So this is going to be pretty casual, like our podcast. So if you have a question, you can either chat it in the chat down below on your screen or get our attention somehow. But the chat and the screen would probably be best. But also, if you have something to add, or, I mean, like we said, this is going to be really casual conversation. So, we just want to connect. Obviously, we've seen that quote a lot, or maybe you've all seen that quote a lot about alone together. And I think for us that, just obviously rings true for what we do with our podcast before coronavirus took over the world. And now here we are. So alone together, we'll connect virtually. And with
you nailed
that.
You totally nailed that.
Well done. Is Anna wearing pants? Anna, are you wearing pants?
I am.
Good. That's the first.
Oh, I took a shower today and I put on makeup. So just gotta say, it's a big day here.
You're winning at life.
Your mom's listening. Are you with?
Hi, Mom.
Okay.
Right. I put on eyeshadow.
You're a role model. Okay.
It's a little, my eyeshadow's a little intense for 10 a.m., but hey, we're going with it.
Go big or go home, Anna.
That is my motto.
It is.
Yes, it is.
So we also have some questions just to kind of keep the conversation going. And I see some questions coming in on the chat box here.
Yep. Let's start with those.
Okay.
So the first one we've got just another housekeeping point. If you want to mute yourselves, that would be great. And then when you have something to say, just go ahead and unmute yourself. We will not be controlling the mute, right, Anna? Unless you are.
Not unless we have to.
Yeah. So, but it always helps with background noise if this gets real out of control.
Unless we have to.
This is literally like our podcast.
That's right.
And like Erin is just
rolling my eyes.
Yeah. Basically.
So what we're going to start with, here we go. Ready? Yeah. We're going to name Erin, you're going to kick this off, okay? So what is one thing you're doing to stay connected right now to other humans? And one thing that you're trying to find happiness or, just joy in during this time?
Well, one thing to stay connected is I really like FaceTime and the emojis and making myself look like well, sometimes I use the poop emoji, but or like use a bear or a unicorn or whatever. So you show up on the FaceTime like that, and that makes me laugh so hard every time. My mother does not appreciate that very much, but I think it's very funny. So that's one. And then the other thing is that so Anna and Amy both got dogs through this woman named Danielle, and so we want a second dog, and so we contacted her. I don't know. We haven't talked to you, Nancy or Stephanie, about we might get another dog, and so you should see. I'll send you pictures later. But it is so cute, and so we're in the process of finding another pup. So that's making me really happy because animals are good right now. But there's not any. I mean, good thing is there's not very many animals in the shelters right now, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yes. So
silver lining.
Anna, what do you got?
I have been calling everybody a lot more.
You have,
and
like a champ.
I have actually had some really good conversations with my dad, which has been so nice. I've been trying to go and do walks, like solo walks apart from like my husband and son, just to get some space from them. And it's been just really nice to just talk to people that I normally would not be connecting with, like my dad, for example. So I think last week or 2 weeks ago, I talked to him for like an hour. And then last night I talked to him for like an hour and a half when we just talked about like random things. And I found out things about my grandfather that I didn't know about. So that's probably been the biggest thing, is just calling people more, because I used to be super anti-phone. So what about you, Amy?
I think it changes every day, I feel like. But for one of my discoveries that has brought me a ton of laughter is the app Marco Polo. And I don't know if you're all familiar with Marco Polo, but you can change your filters and you can change your voice. So you can sound like you sucked a bunch of helium. You can have a macho voice. You can have a robot voice. And then you can do, I laugh. I almost cry daily. And so I send a lot of Marco Polos to my siblings and my mom and other family members and friends too. So one Marco Polo I have going back and forth is my dog talking to another dog. And so it's just ridiculous and so fun. And I feel like without quarantine, I probably wouldn't have even like looked at it. But now it's just, I think it's freaking hilarious. So I love that. And what else? Happiness. Oh God. Well, Marco Polo really is my big one. That's what I'm sticking with right now.
I want to hear what everyone else is doing. Who wants to go first? Lindsay?
One of my discoveries was from my friend in LA. Can you guys all hear me?
Yeah.
She found Ryan Heffington on Instagram. I don't know if anybody's seen
Yes!
him, but he's so good. And he does this like dance class in his studio and dances around he has this DJ list, and he teaches you all these different moves. Like, I don't know, there's one called Happy Pizza. There's one that's like Happy Diaper, and you just dance around and be ridiculous. And he has like 5 of them a week, and 6,000 plus people are doing it live at a time.
Whoa.
And it's just, I don't know, the energy is crazy, and you can do it by yourself, or you can like Zoom with your friends and everybody's doing it together. And at usually afterwards, he'll post all these videos of people doing it on his stories. And like the last 2 mornings, I've woken up and just watched people dancing to Ryan Heffington, and like he has people put costumes on, and there's like little kids and like couples, and I don't know, it puts a bounce in my step after watching it. So
I love that you follow that, Bardo. That doesn't surprise me. That's
I love that you know about it, Leanne. I'll post it over here. So yeah,
oh, that's so awesome.
Anybody else?
Well, I'll go next. I've been FaceTiming with everybody more, which has been really good. It makes you feel like you're actually there with them. And then I walk every day with my sister-in-law, and then my daughter Steph has talked me into taking a yoga class and getting certified as a yoga instructor. And there's a textbook and classes, and I've been going through all my yoga videos, and the instructor's right. It's added it's given structure to my day. Not to mention I get to see my daughter and granddaughters almost every day, and then this I get to connect with Aaron, so I don't feel like we're out here in the desert all alone. And me with my mom. So yeah, I think this yoga class is cool. I love it.
Yes, I didn't know you were doing that.
I thought
so good. No, Nancy.
Aaron, there's 3 generations of us doing it because Brent likes to do it, and then I'm doing it, and we're gonna have like 3-generation yoga studio. Except for it's hard to see my ass get kicked by my mom every day. Like it's good. It's good.
No, it's not about ass kicking stuff. It's
keep it on your mat, Mom.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Whoa. Hi, Cully. There's my nephew.
Oh, hi. Got some nephews we got some nephews in the house.
I know. Right. I love it. All right, sorry. Derail. Here we go. Next one.
That never happens on our podcast.
Never.
Anybody else? We want to hear from you.
Hello, it's your mom.
Hi, Mom. She's everybody's mom.
That's it.
It's your mom.
Anyway, I have let's see, I have 5 cousins on both sides of my parents that are my age, and I've been in touch with 2 of them a lot. We've been sending encouraging texts or memes. And one of the cousins' husbands actually posted a meme of his own. I guess it's a meme, but he put a frog outside and put a mask on it. So I look forward to what he puts out there. It's been fun. I felt connected with them. We're pretty consistent with being in touch. So there you go.
That's cool. Christine, have you been doing anything?
I've been FaceTiming people and calling people, which like I FaceTimed a friend. I don't think I've been friends with her since high school, and we've never FaceTime, and we rarely call. We just get together. And so I FaceTimed her, and that was nice out of the blue. And so that's pretty much it. I don't know. I miss people.
Yeah.
I've been listening a lot to your podcast, and that honestly makes me feel more connected and more connected with myself too, which is like a bonus thing. It's kind of like that's who you got right now. So why not get more acquainted with what's going on in there? Better now, good time for it.
Right.
Totally. Oh, it looks like Stephanie's waving her hands.
I raise my hand. I'm a teacher, so I spend like 6 hours a day typing lesson plans, and doing like online school. But I've been doing these really cool videos with my 7th and 8th grade students where they send in like fun things, and we make these iMovies, and then everybody shares them out, and we do all these little fun activities. So that's been good. But it's a lot as a teacher, like to be stuck teaching online. But so that's kind of crazy. But I also have teenagers who I live with because I have 2 teenage daughters. And it's interesting because teenagers are always trying to avoid their parents, but I'm with them all the time. So I feel very connected to my daughters.
That's awesome.
And Vampire Diaries with the daughter.
That's cool.
It
looks like Tara's raising her hand. Yeah.
I'm copying Stephanie. My mother's a teacher, so I want to respect. So I've been trying to have projects that I am working on to keep me busy, like things that I break down and have a list of what I need to get done for the project. And basically I moved to this area to act, and I'm not able to do a lot of that right now. And so kind of some of the stuff that you need in order to be an actress in this world right now is a website and an acting reel. And so I spent a couple weeks putting together a website, and which is really foreign to me to do any kind of like tech stuff. So that kind of got me out of myself, and it was fun to do something different like that. And now I'm working on doing a video reel and like recording different scenes and stuff, and gonna be editing it on iMovie as well eventually. And then other than that, I've just been also trying to call people and stay in touch, and try to get some sun each day. That seems to make me less depressed if I'm able to get outside and be in the sun. And I like to do yoga as well. I have like a list of things to do each day and try to like stay happy. And one of them is a dance party. And I have not done that at all yet, which is just silly, 'cause I'm like a dancer. So it's like, it's a great way to blow off steam. But
Ryan Heffington for you. You're going to that Instagram.
Yes, that's for sure. That's a good.
Yes. Are you well, so I have two things. One, are the rest of you having the like 8 o'clock howling happening? With the letting off steam. That's Tara, when you said that, it makes me think about the howling. So in Denver at 8 o'clock every evening, everyone goes outside and you just start howling. And it's to show appreciation and respect for all the like frontline workers. But it is an incredible way to blow off steam.
Yeah.
And Anna, you've taken it like to the next level, I think, with your pots and pans, right?
Yes. My mom taught us for New Year's Eve when we were kids, we would grab the pots and pans. All right, did you do it too, Lindsay? Yeah, and we would go out. We would go out, and it sounds kind of hillbilly now, but we would just go out and bang the pots and pans and make a ton of noise. And my little son, he's 6, and he really looks forward to the 8 o'clock howl. Yep. And he's like, get up to level 100, mommy. And I'm like, okay, your turn to get to a level 100. And it's just so nice to just like get that corona rage out and just like, yeah.
Yes.
Just get that aggro aggression out. It's so helpful. So if you don't have it in your area, just go ahead and start it.
Yeah, exactly. You can put it on Nextdoor, or even if you Google, Denver has been they have some really cool footage of just the, scan of the city, and you can see the howling, and then people are like flashing their lights. And anyway, it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys saw the video of, I think it was in Italy, where everybody was out on their deck, but they're
like serenading each other. We're like,
we're like howling, banging pots and pans.
Sounds about right.
Definitely not as sophisticated. No.
No, definitely not.
Man.
Okay, so I just have to call out my sister because she is doing something really funny with her college girlfriend. So Anne, will you share with everybody? I think this is a fun idea.
Yes. So we've started a weekly it's a Google Hangout or whatever Zoom equivalent with my college friends, and they're all across the country. And it's first really cool that we're doing this on a weekly basis. And I mean, I can't think of the last time we were all together in the same space, even if it's virtually, we're still in the same space. So it's fun to be connected that way. But then it started one of our times where we realized we all had versions of fur hats and decided to wear our fur hats for one of our calls. And now that's morphed into a different theme each week. So last week we did wigs and muumuus, and that was fun. This week actually will be tonight. Tonight is mustaches and prom dresses. We have tons to talk about, but it kind of helps lighten the mood a little by sing up. So that's what we're doing.
That's awesome.
That is so awesome.
And when else are you going to have an opportunity to wear an old prom dress?
Wait, is this
and who cares? Who cares if it doesn't look that great? Because you can kind of control what people see.
Wait, is this your for real prom dress?
Well, actually, now that I think about it, I don't really have any prom dresses, but
I was gonna
do
say,
have-
whoa.
I do have a whole bunch of bridesmaid dresses.
Yeah, because how
And
many
so-
times were you a bridesmaid?
Quite a few, I guess. I saved all those dresses just because I did. So
To wear them to cocktail parties.
To wear them. Actually, I thought of, anyway, I don't know.
Isn't that
But now
always
is a good
the
time
goal?
to use them. Yeah.
It's like everybody says with the bridesmaid dresses, I'll get it altered. I'll wear it for of other events. It's like, that never happens.
Well, and I feel
Right.
like that's always similar for what the bride says. Like, oh, this is a dress I'm picking out that you'll definitely be able to wear again.
Yeah, never happens. Who has ever worn a bridesmaid dress apart from at the wedding? Anyone?
Lindsay.
Bardo.
Julie.
Yes.
Whoa, I'm very impressed. Did you get it altered or did you just wear just straight out like same as the wedding?
I wore it same as the wedding. My sister's was it was an awesome dress. I think I wore it like 3 or 4 times. It was hot. It was awesome. I wore it to other weddings. I wore it.
Whoa.
You look hot.
Way to go.
A bride actually did it.
I do want to say that the meeting up as friends, we've been doing that too, and we have friends that are all over the country that normally my husband and I only see like once a year, and we've been doing it once a week where we do a dance party for an hour with costumes. We did a prom dress one, and I realized that I have this like old 80s one with these huge puffy glitter sleeves, and it was so hot, and I was dancing so hard that I tore it. And then we do a charcuterie afterwards where everybody makes like a charcuterie plate and like eats and drinks wine and beer and whatnot. And one night it was pretty funny. We were on the call for 6 hours and we were like,
oh my
it's not like this wasn't available before all of this. Like why, like this is better than not seeing each other versus seeing each other. So it's been really fun. I highly recommend organizing a call with your friends all over.
That's great.
That's
so
great.
cool. Wow. So we have some questions here just to kind of keep things going.
Handwritten
let's
list.
see. I know. I didn't
Good
what
job.
I didn't type it. Oh, do you
What
have
about-
something?
Well, I was just going to say, what about the question, what are you finding that you're missing the most? Anna, starting with you.
Oh gosh. I miss variety. That's one of the things I've realized about this is before all this, like I work from home, so I'm used to being in my house a lot. But it's the variety and the option of leaving when I want to do whatever the heck I want. Even if it's just running to like Target or whatever. It's like now those things are just like you know, obviously you're not supposed to do that. So I think I mostly miss variety. Like life feels more monotone in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, definitely. And I just saw a chat. I miss hugs from friends.
Oh,
and I gotta
who's
say,
that? I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, dude.
Yeah, there's something just like that physical touch. And I know, and Lindsay says, I miss hugging my mom. There is just this,
Barb.
it gives me chills. But, you know, as some of you know, I'm going through this divorce. And so when I don't have my kids with me, it's just me and my dog. And there is something about just that lack of physical touch. You know, usually I'll see Anna and Aaron or, you know, see friends or see other family, you know, when I'm not with my kids, but it's really different not to have
A sandwich hug.
a sandwich hug. Oh
That's
my
right.
God. Totally. Totally. And then we have another one from Nancy. I miss traveling, the smell of airports and hotel rooms. I will never complain again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you traveled a lot, Nancy, so it's got to be a huge change for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I miss my grandson pretty much every week. So now I haven't seen him in 3 weeks or something.
Oh,
so that's sad.
Mm-hmm. Especially when they're younger and they change so much. I think that's a really tough thing for, you know, grandparents, especially right now, where if you are used to seeing somebody so often, and when they're so little.
Yeah. Otherwise, I am like the weirdo, I guess, because I'm enjoying just being with myself and my clutter, because I have a hoarding problem, which also runs into the money buying too much debting problem. So I'm enjoying just being forced to be here with my stuff and kind of reevaluate myself and the goals I want for my life and getting rid of stuff.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Just the when you're forced in your space and you're forced to look around at what you're surrounded with.
Yeah, I can't run away from it anymore and find distractions in stores and people. You just have to be here.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yes. So there's another. Let's see. I miss holding my twin nieces that are 10 months old. That's kind of yes, totally the same.
Julie, what's the iPad hug? Oh, sorry, I totally cut you off.
Oh, that's okay. No, go ahead.
Oh, we have FaceTime every Monday. And she hugs the iPad to her chest.
Oh,
good. That's good.
She's so sweet. I'll see if I can show you on the phone here. Can you see that? I don't know.
Oh. So cute. Yeah.
Yeah. But she hugs the iPad to her chest. And she strokes my face on the iPad.
Oh. That's so sweet.
But she had her first birthday a couple of weeks ago, and because I've been in quarantine since my hysterectomy, and I've only been out walking for the last couple of weeks, so and they can't come and see me anyway because everywhere's like non-essential travel. You can't do, so I'm apparently non-essential.
Boo. We think you are.
Yeah.
You're essential.
Yeah, the government doesn't agree though.
Yeah.
Damn governments.
Well, it's great though. I love the idea of the iPad hug. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, hi. What's your name?
Judith. Oh,
Judith.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
I'm 4.
You're 4. What do you think about being home all the time?
Hanging out at home.
Yeah.
And we have a dog.
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Dogs are pretty great.
And my dog named Sunny Bunny.
Sunny Bunny.
Oh, Sunny Bunny.
Great. That's
great. Awesome.
Well, that's a good name for a dog.
Aw. So we've got a couple others coming up on chat here. If you haven't watched or read Marie Kondo, that's a great time for that now. I totally agree. Would have been nice to put that off until now. Miss my job, being normal, definitely. We've got another one. I will miss my son's graduation from the university as it is canceled. Oh my gosh. And I do feel for all the seniors in high school and college that will miss their activities. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I think back about some of those pivotal life experiences, people who are having their first baby or second baby right now and, have to go to the hospital and senior prom, senior graduation, all of that. It's, there's going to be a real grieving process, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting ready my sister-in-law is going to have her first baby, and we're getting ready to try to plan a virtual baby shower. So that should be really interesting to see how that plays out. A little different, and they're a little worried that my brother won't be able to be in the delivery room. So that's something that they're trying to figure out and make sure. But yeah, it's just there's just so many things, so different. And then who knows when we'll get to meet the baby. But
right. Nancy, are they doing a virtual graduation for your son?
Oh, let me see if this helps. Oh, there you go. Okay.
No, they're trying to postpone it to August, but especially for my son John, who missed last year because of his sickness. I mean, he's really bummed out. He's going to have to cancel his European trip. And it's also the only thing the university gives for free. So, it's graduation. So and anybody that has a sports senior that's missing this final year, I mean, that is a lot of life experience that a lot of us hold near and dear. We finally made it, graduation. So it's just kind of sad for all those young people because it's something they worked really hard to achieve. So hopefully there'll be one in August. And but I can show you. This is his graduation picture.
Oh,
handsome guy.
He is handsome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I ordered the pictures and the announcements, but not going to happen.
Oh, shoot. And then let's see. Shelly says, did I miss that? Wedding is scheduled for July 4th. Up in the air right now.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Ooh,
we can't hear you.
There, is that better?
Yeah, that's good. There you go.
Technology, I'm learning so much. Yeah, it's hard. You don't want to put people at risk, but you also want to celebrate the way that you were going to. So, but Trinity is also, she's due with her second kid. It's just her audio's not working.
Maybe it's working now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. What do you do?
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. I'm due May 4th. So
Whoa, you're about
in
to
the window.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the one thing about COVID is that it lends to or isolation is that it lends to nesting, which is great. Our house is like really, really ready for baby. But what I miss is daycare.
Yes.
And it's been awesome. Like I will say, like that's the silver lining. Is it's awesome to spend really quality time with her and as a family, and it would also be great to have a little bit of daycare.
Yes,
definitely.
Oh my gosh,
definitely.
I'm with you on that. I'm curious, what's the strangest project since we're talking about Marie Kondo? Are there any like strange projects you've done in quarantine?
I stenciled this. I don't know if you can see it. It's like
underneath the counter.
Yeah, underneath there, that wall.
Oh, that's so cool!
Yeah,
that looks really neat.
The most artistic person on the planet. Well, you two, Stephanie. You two could be buddies together and start a business.
I was craft counselor.
Yeah, craft
counselor. There you go. Of course. Yes.
Oh, that looks really like tile.
Yeah.
That's not tile?
Secret door.
Oh, smart.
Clever. I turned my dining room table into a mask manufacturing center.
I got that hand delivered by Amy.
Yes, you did. Dropped it right in that mailbox.
Sure did.
But yeah, I just tried to sew a bunch of masks. Gonna keep at it.
There you go. Let's see, we got Nancy says, I cleaned up my pantry, found Jell-O from 2011, and the honey I've been looking for since last April. That's awesome. What else you got? Any other strange projects?
My art friends and I we started like a group called the Arty Party, and we like do weird art and we put it on our porch for people to see. So when like my students are walking by or whatnot, they can see art on the porch. But then we also have inspiration photos and we just make weird art and then post it with each other.
Oh,
that's awesome.
The
Yeah.
utopia of your town.
What?
Your utopia town.
My little utopia, yeah, Forest Grove. It's yeah, we have like the Forest Grove Porch Project, and we're like making crazy things. So when people walk by, they can, because my house is 100 years old, and like I live in this old town, and all of the porches are really big, and so people are really excited to walk through with their kids and like see all the weird stuff going on the porches.
Oh, how fun.
That's great. Lindsay started picking up litter in her neighborhood, even got a picker-upper. Woo!
There
we go.
Yeah, I've been walking to where I live, like really close to the hospital. So I walk to work and I get so frustrated with all of the masks and the gloves and like stuff that I don't know why I live in the city. People like to put fast food trash out their window. I don't know. So I started picking it up and now I'm like obsessed and I just want to go and like clean it all up. So I'm getting a bucket and one of those, cigarette butt picker-uppers. I'm excited.
Good work,
so
Bardo.
awesome.
Bardo, I love the picture behind you. With that frog with the glasses.
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic.
I got that in Winter Park, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So Cheryl says that she learned all about bumblebees from the Bumblebee Conservation Trust because a garden project revealed a bumblebee nest under the back porch. Oh, that's very cool.
Wow.
Yes, Cheryl.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
Love it.
Thankfully, they're pretty friendly creatures until you
good.
disrupt their nest.
All right, yeah.
Did they sting you or did anything happen or do they sting?
They do.
Okay.
They can. They don't like to. And they don't die when they sting. So they can, they're like wasps. They can keep stinging you. But I was moving stuff and all of a sudden I just heard that crazy wild buzz sound, like when you have an aggravated bee. And I'm like, oh no. And went running out into the middle of the garden. And there was one on my sweatshirt sleeve and it was very, very angry. So then I left them alone and went and Googled bumblebees, and who knew they have a conservation trust?
Who knew?
Learned about them, and they're pretty friendly. And the nests last like 2 to 3 months. So in a couple months, we can just go, find the spot and make it less inviting, so that they're not living under the porch. But they're great pollinators, and our garden looks pretty. So
that's good. Did you get stung?
No.
Okay.
Have you all ever seen that show, My Weird Obsession?
No,
but you have, Anna.
I definitely have. There was a lady who her thing was she was really into getting stung by bees. So she got all these like bees, like hives in her backyard, so she could just go out there and get stung. It was just, if you're looking for a lighthearted thing,
whoa.
If you're looking for a lighthearted show to take your mind off of things, you find that show. It'll definitely
entertain. It sounds definitely entertaining. I've always had an interest in keeping bees, but more the honeybee. Yeah.
You have the backyard for it.
That's true.
New thing.
Chicken, honeybees, maybe a couple chickens. I don't know.
You go for it.
I know, right?
Now's the time.
Oh, when she was doing that, did she think it had like some immunity building properties and for her immune system? Because I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, I think it started as that, and then it kind of went down.
Became a weird obsession.
A little much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She got a little too into it.
Right.
And then they had an intervention and she was on this show. Yeah. But I think it started out really nice. Really like, this is a,
healthy thing.
Yeah.
So
and then
the show was on an intervention about her with the bees.
Well, they usually highlight 2 strange obsessions and then,
That was one of them. That was very interesting. Who knew?
Okay, so we're gonna move on here. Here we go. Yeah, we've got about. Well, are we okay on time? I was just noticing we've got about 4 minutes.
We're almost at the top of the hour, Amy.
We're at the top of the hour.
Oh wait, we've got a question. Has everyone been going for more walks than normal? We usually walk and think there are more people and can't tell if it's due to COVID or spring. I have to say, I never knew so many people lived in my neighborhood. They're everywhere.
Staring
people
at everybody.
are everywhere. Yep, staring them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
yes,
kind of think with the gyms being closed too, people are trying to find different ways to like stay healthy. And I mean, we're lucky to have a patio, but I mean, a lot of people in this dense area where I live don't have outside spaces. So I think they're just like, I gotta just get outside and get fresh air.
yeah, totally. We've got a couple things going on the chat, and Shelly says, I love meeting all my neighbors. Totally agree. It's really opened up a whole new sense of community for me. I don't know if you guys have felt that as well, but and then how does everybody feel? Are you getting mad if you see people who don't have masks on? Where's that? Like, what do you think? Aaron?
I think that I haven't been out anywhere public. I run, and so sometimes I'll have like the thing on my face, the buff around my neck, but like I can't run and have that on. And so I haven't. So maybe people are getting pissed at me, but I like pull it up. But I haven't been any public places to get mad about that. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people just walking in my neighborhood with the masks on. Like, I think that I don't know. I can't quite tell. Is that like a mandate? I know it's recommended, right? That you wear them at all times now, or I don't know.
I think the CDC has recommended it, and I've only heard in the US that in New York that it's like a mandatory thing, but
okay. Stephanie, do you have something to say?
Sorry.
I work in a restaurant and I do not wear mask. I don't wear mask. I also have a 4-year-old and like we don't really wear masks. But we also don't really get that close. But working in a restaurant, we're still only allowed like 10 people at max at a time, and just to get your to-go food.
Where are you located, Stephanie?
I live in Cumming, Georgia, but I work in Alpharetta, Georgia.
Okay.
So sorry, I just got licked by a 4-year-old.
No problem.
Nobody do.
But for the most part, like in the grocery store, I see people wear masks, but I don't know. I mean, I don't really get not mad, but I feel like I get more mad when people are wearing the like mask and the gloves, but they wear them for like all day long and they touch everything. And it's like, but those masks and those gloves are only used for like one time. So anytime you go touch something, you should be taking them off, putting new ones on.
Right.
Because I feel like any germs that you've picked up, I know that you're trying to avoid them. You're just putting them on every other surface from whatever you touched before. So I don't know if that's a controversial thing, but I just know that working in a restaurant, they are supposed to be for cross-contamination avoidance.
Stephanie, have your employers wanted you to wear masks, or are they having you do anything like that to keep you safe? Or
no, as of right now, we're not wearing masks. We're not wearing masks, but we are wearing gloves. We're also required to, if someone's touched a pen, we are required to sanitize it, like import sanitizer, wipe it off, and hand it to a guest after every single time they sign it.
Oh, wow.
Or at least that's just something we've done. I know when this first started, we also closed down early one night and we sanitized from top to bottom.
That's awesome.
We're wiping down everything, like everything, even if like Guess hasn't touched it.
Mm-hmm.
But in pollen season right now for Georgia, so doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was at Walgreens the other day to pick up a prescription, and next to the pin pad for the debit card, they had Q-tips in a liquid sanitizer. So if before you went to go enter your pin, you could take the Q-tip, swipe it, clean it down, and I thought that was pretty clever.
That is clever.
Yeah.
Oh, Walgreens. Good work.
I know, right?
Yep.
High five, Walgreens.
Yeah.
So I've got a question. I'm curious, have you learned anything about yourself throughout this process? Anything at all?
Anna, did you want to answer your own question?
I just saw Julie put a hand up.
Yeah,
I saw
Julie,
go
put a
ahead.
hand up.
Well, I live in a tiny, and this is the first time that it's actually felt small.
Mm.
Right.
So
How
it's
tiny
always,
is your place?
it's 45 meters square.
Okay. I'm going to have to Google that conversion.
You don't do meters. Yeah, I can't work that out off the top of my head for you.
Anna's on it.
So what else? I'll look it up, but I'm curious what else people have learned about themselves. Looks like Stephanie.
I've learned that like I kind of need more structure, and in this time I'm used to having a really busy schedule and scheduling myself for everything, and when I don't have that schedule, I don't get as much done. And so I'll get really frustrated throughout the day because I didn't get all the things done that I need to accomplish. Or I'll feel like, oh, I didn't get it all done. And so I've learned that like yesterday I took my Google Calendar and I like wiped it, and like I started scheduling myself again, and I kind of felt better. I don't know, just because I had a little bit of structure to my day. And I used to just spend my whole life thinking, I want a day off. I want to do nothing today. But do nothing for a couple of days and I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Looks like Lindsay. Yeah.
I guess this isn't really the right way to put it, but I think I have figured out that I'm less awesome than I thought I was.
No, you're not, Bardo!
What I mean is, like, I really do think I'm an awesome person, but I realize that a lot of the things that support that are like going to my workout class and having that structure, like you were saying. Like, I always think I'm supposed to be writing this article for my job so I can get a promotion, and I'm like, oh, if I could just have a day off to get that done. And I've had, I don't know how many days where I could have just sat down and wrote it, and I'm just like, no, I'm going to read this Enneagram book or like watch Tiger King. Like, and I just can't get motivated to do like these things that I've been waiting to have time to do. And so it just makes me feel like, wow, I'm not really that motivated unless I have like structure and deadlines, you know? So anyway.
I feel you. That totally, I have really been realizing how much I have this like productivity guilt. And so I've been reading all these articles, you know, about like, I just have a lot of pressure on myself that like, oh, now I'm in this quarantine and I have time and I got to get all this stuff done. But like, I find myself just not getting it done.
Exactly.
So
I'm not awesome.
Okay, I would argue you might still be awesome, but you might need outside accountability.
Because and also like I would argue you are awesome
inherently.
And
inherently.
We're in the midst of this insane pandemic.
And you're a doctor, Bardo. So you're on the front line of doing this. So
and you're cleaning up the world,
Bardo.
Oh yeah,
and you're cleaning up the world.
Totally
so I would agree that you're awesome, Bardo.
Maybe high achiever.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think that's the problem. I'm an Enneagram performer achiever, and without the whole world telling me how awesome I am, it's having like I can't perform because there's no one to perform for. So
I can
my
take care of
self-worth
that
is
for
going
you,
down.
But wait, maybe you are a doctor, is that right?
Yeah.
So at 8:00, you should go out and listen to everybody howling.
I know we don't have that.
St. Louis though.
Oh, that's right.
My biggest problem with my job is I'm a surgeon and we aren't doing any elective cases. And that's like my primary, like I only get to operate when I'm on call. And I just realized how much of my job that really, I don't like doing all this admin, like telemedicine, calling patients about results. Like I know you as a patient, you're probably like wanting your results so fast, but it's like the last thing I want to do is call patients and talk to them about the results. Like it's my least favorite part of my job. And that's all I'm doing now. And it's so disappointing. Anyway, I can't wait to get back to like teaching residents because that gives me a lot of fulfillment and operating, like having a problem, figuring out a solution, fixing it, making people feel better. Like it's just so much of what I do. And it's hard just sitting here, like reading charts and trainings online. Like it's awful. I hate this.
Yeah.
So
well, and I can imagine for teachers, I mean, so many professionals that have like the job is really that human contact, you know, and it's such a loss.
Yeah.
And we got an update from Julie about the square footage. It is 484.376 square feet. That's impressive.
That is impressive. That's like tiny house nation right there.
Yeah.
It is.
In Australia.
Yeah.
Woo!
Trinity, good to slow down. Yes, I agree with you about slowing down.
Okay. Do you want to read that or tell us, Trinity, what you said in the comment or?
Oh, sure. I can. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Just that, like, I know that I would be totally booked out with social and work engagements and still working like with clients and just kind of pushing everything to the end.
Trinity's the best networker you've ever met in your life.
Nice to have a little break from that, you know? I mean, I love it, but and then I like have not been watching that much TV, which surprises me. And so I don't know if maybe when I watch TV, maybe that's more of a like clutch than I have given it credit in the past. And then yeah, like cooking is like a job. Like I just feel like, you know, like we live rurally, so we can't like get takeout or anything like that. And we're really trying to limit ourselves since I am pregnant and there's a lot of risk with COVID to not grocery shop often. And so, yeah, cooking for my husband and Atlantis, they're just like massive eaters. And so it's like a part-time job just to like get food on the table.
Yeah, really. So much more cooking.
So much. Yes, it is true.
But less
good for us, no doubt, but a lot.
Yes,
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Oop, what was that, Susan? We want to hear from you too.
But less laundry.
Oh,
definitely.
Right? Or different laundry, like, you know, clothes go a little further, but the cooking and the dishes are crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a different world. Well, are we gonna land this plane, people?
Yeah. I do have a random question. If you guys want to do some fun random question, I have one.
We sure do.
And then we can end it? Yeah? Okay. So would you rather have a head full of spaghetti that regrows every single night, or would you rather sweat maple syrup?
Definitely spaghetti.
Wait, what?
Spaghetti, yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have spaghetti hair that regrows every single night?
Okay.
Or would you rather sweat maple syrup?
Maple syrup.
Spaghetti.
Bugs are going to attack you.
Maple syrup.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Okay, Ginger says maple syrup.
Is it sticky?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I sweat way too much to have syrup in my clothes and everything. So I guess I'd have to go spaghetti.
I'd be messy.
I think about that woman who had the bee obsession. Like,
oh yeah.
Watch out. You're going to get clobbered by insects.
Okay, Julie says maple syrup. Can you tell us about that choice? not. You don't have to. I don't want to put you on the spot.
Think about Aaron and maple syrup, Aaron. You could run like 100 miles and suck on your skin.
Yeah, just sticky.
It would be great. Regenerate.
Great.
Trail snack. Yeah.
Trail snacks. I'd share with you.
Just lick your arm.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for being in our coffee today.
Yeah.
This was so awesome, and it was so great to see all of your faces and hear your voices.
Yeah, thank you.
And I think, we'll plan on doing another one. So stay tuned to all the social media, and we hope to see you soon. Thanks for listening. You can find more about this episode and a way to connect to the community at lessalonepodcast.com. And if you like us, don't forget to subscribe and be sure to leave a review. It helps other people find us and could be just what they need.